students, this is Aishwarya Jino, your English teacher. Today we are going to discuss a poetry, a photograph by Shirley Towson. About the author. Shirley Towson was born on 20th May 1924 in England. She was a prolific writer, also an editor who came under the influence of Celtic Christianity. In this poem, A Photograph, she describes about her mother's childhood photograph. She had gone for a sea holiday. This memory is what she shared with us. Dear students, before going into the detail, let me ask you a question. How many of you happen to see your father's or mother's childhood photograph? Yes, many of you. And you love to cherish those memories, isn't it? Similarly, in this poem also, the poet happened to see the childhood photograph of her mother. Now let's move on to the introduction. The poet remembers her mother who died about 12 years ago. The poet recalls how her mother used to look at a photograph and remember her own childhood. The photograph was taken when her mother had gone for a sea holiday with her cousins and her uncle. The poem is a tribute to the poet's mother. There are three different stanzas in which three phases of human life is described, that is childhood, adulthood and death. She recalls her mother through the memories of a childhood photograph. Now let's read the poem in detail. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands as she the big girl, some 12 years or so. In the poem, the poet describes the photograph which was stuck to a cardboard frame. The three girls had gone for a sea holiday, and among the three girls, the poet's mother was the eldest. It appears to have that she is of 12 years of age. Paddling means the activity of walking in the shallow water. All the three were very happy to spend their days there. Now the second stanza. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now, in this stanza, the poet describes that the uncle was the photographer who captured the picture of those three girls who went to the beach. The poet also describes that the mother had a very sweet face when she was young. Here we can see the background of the picture was the sea. She mentions the theme here that the nature is eternal, but we human beings are transient. That is, our life is temporary, only for a short period of time, but nature is immortal. Third stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. In this stanza, the poet describes the adulthood stage of her mother. She used to cherish the memories which she had spent the sea holiday with her cousins. She would laugh at the old-fashioned clothes which they were wearing on that day. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. Now the poet reveals that her mother is no more in this world. Time passed and she missed her mother. She doesn't want to convey her sadness through words. She says that she cannot express her sadness through words. It is beyond that. Hope you have understood today's session in detail. Let's discuss the poetic devices in the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.